Hello everyone, I am Mandeep Kaur and today's topic of my video is about Ielts letter, that is General Writing Task 1, and it is related with the vocabulary. Firstly, there are three types of letters, that is formal, semi-formal and informal. For the starting, that is how to start the letter with the greetings. That the formal letter is written to this person like you don't know. Suppose the manager of LSI company, that you don't know that person. So then you will start with dear sir or madam, or dear sir slash madam. Then at the end you will mention that yours faithfully with your full name. Then is semi-formal letter. It is written to someone whose name is expected to be known. Like you're writing to the manager of your company. Obviously you will know the name of that person. Then you will start with dear Mr. or Miss, the last name of the person, like Smith. If the person's name is John Smith, then you will say dear Mr. Smith. And for ending, you will write yours sincerely with your full name. And if the letter is informal, then means you are writing to a friend. Then you will start with the first name of the person, that is dear first name, like dear John. And for the ending, you can write yours truly or regards, and then your first name, like Julie. Now the vocabulary that you can use, the normal vocabulary that is used for writing, that is starting your letter, that you have to explain the purpose of writing, that I'm writing to inform you, that you have to give some information about. It can be used both for formal and informal, but it is basically used for informal, like you have to inform something to your friend. Then I'm writing about, I'm writing regarding, I'm writing in connection with, I'm writing with regard to, I'm writing to tell you about, I thought you would like to know about. Like I have mentioned in the bracket, that is formal. So these sentences are preferred in formal writing, and you can use them in semi-formal as well. But informal, that is informal, the other words you can use. These are the basic ways of starting a letter, but if there is a specific like complaint letter, apology letter, or any other kind of letter, then there are some sentences that you can use when you start writing a letter. Like for complaint, I'm writing to bring to your attention some issues I have with. You can specify that you have some issues and you want to bring the attention of the reader. And you must remember that complaint will be always a formal letter, because you will never complain to a friend. Other ways are, I would like to draw your attention to, I would like to bring the matter of, like the topic, to your attention. I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction with, I'm writing to express my concern about, I'm writing to complain about, that is a simple way. Like suppose you are writing to the neighbor, then it can be like, it is not a formal, but it can be considered as semi-formal. Then you can simply say that I'm writing to complain about, but you can use other ways as well. Then like you have to complain to a company where you used to buy something, like any product. Then rather than directly saying that you have some issues, you can write by a positive line, then you can express your dissatisfaction, that I have been a satisfied customer for several years, but I am writing regarding. Otherwise, I have been a satisfied customer for several years, but I am writing to express my dissatisfaction with. So this is a different way. You can start by a positive line, then you can express your concern. Next is apology letter, that you have to apologize. I'm writing to apologize for, I must apologize about, I'm writing to apologize for the inconvenience caused, please accept my apologies for or about. I'm very sorry, but I'm terribly sorry, but this is like, you can use sorry word for writing to a friend, but if it is a formal letter, then you should use apologize word. Then for inquiry, I'm writing to ask about, I'm writing to inquire about. For like you are writing to a friend, then better to use the word ask. Then giving good or bad news, it will be obviously an informal letter to a friend that you are giving some good or bad news. Like, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, you have received any news and you are writing a message of concern or letter of concern. Like, I'm sorry to hear that. Then for good news, that is, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I am or was delighted to hear that. It depends on the sentence that you have to express anything related to past or in the present. I'm sorry to say that. I'm glad to inform you that. I'm delighted to tell you that. Then other ways like invitation letter. Thank you for your kind invitation. It will be like a little formal or semi-formal. But if you're writing to a friend, then you can directly say thanks for the invitation. Then other ways of writing an informal letter, that how you can start if you're writing to a friend. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing about, or I'm writing to inform you. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to thank you. Hi, how are you? You can start by this. Then hello, I hope things are fine with you. You must remember that informal letter, like you are writing to a friend, it should contain informal tone. So it is really important you write in a simple way. Other ways are, how are things going, or how are you doing? I'm writing to inform you. I'm sorry that I haven't written for so long. Now I'm writing to. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch for a long time. For such a long time. Then you can say I'm writing. You can state the purpose. Then if it's a job application, I would like to apply for the position of. All will be obviously formal, that is for job. I am writing to you to express interest in the. You can specify the position, name of the position in the desk position as advertised on. You can specify any website, naukri.com. Otherwise, I'm writing with regard to your advertisement published in Monday's newspaper. You can give any name like Times of India. There are some other ways like you're writing regarding some admission, or like you have to state that you have enrolled in any course. Then my name is, and I have recently enrolled in. You can specify the course. Then if it's like to a tenant, from a tenant to the landlord, then my name is, and I'm your tenant at. You can give the address. Then I'm writing regarding. You could have any problem, or you have to state anything to the landlord. These are the ways that how you can start a letter. Then it is about middle paragraphs, that what you can say in the middle paragraphs, and then it will be a closing paragraph as well at the end. But in the middle paragraphs, if it is a request, then you can, how you can make a request. There are formal and informal ways. Firstly, formal. Could you please? Means you have to request for something. You can say, could you please? Could you possibly? I would be grateful if you would. Would you mind? You mind? You can state what you want the other person to do. Would you mind sending me a document or anything? I wonder if you could. Would you kindly? I was wondering whether. I would appreciate some information about. Then some informal ways. Could you or can you? I would like you to. I would like you to. Would you mind? Perhaps we could. Perhaps we could, if you have to say to your friend that perhaps we could go for a lunch tomorrow. Like that sentence. Could you tell me what? If you are asking for something or request for any information. Can you let me know about? I was wondering if you could. I would be so grateful if you could. Then for making suggestions, formal, I would like to suggest that. I propose that. May I suggest that? perhaps we could you please, or if you are giving any suggestion, then you can use the word solution, that the ideal solution would be, or if you have to give two solutions, then you can say another solution would be. For informal, you can use how about, what about, why don't we, why don't we meet tomorrow, any kind of sentence, or you can start with let's. Here is an idea. You can give the idea to the person. Perhaps it would be a good idea too if you are giving any suggestion. Then for complaint, I feel something should be done about. You can state what should be done. I must complain about. I'm not satisfied with. If you have introduced a topic and now you are explaining your problem, then you can say that, specify that what you are dissatisfied with. Dash was very disappointing or was utterly disappointing. This situation has caused me a great deal of inconvenience. Next is advice. If I were you, I would. Or I would also try to, if you are giving 2 points. If I were you, I would. You can state what you would do. And I would also try to. You can state what other thing you can do. Maybe you could go for any, like you can give any activity that the other person can do. Have you tried to go? You could always go. It might be a good idea to go if you're giving any advice to do something. Or rather than using go, you can use the word do. You have tried to do, you could always do. It depends on the topic, what word you would use. Then closing paragraph. The simple ways of closing paragraph is I look forward to hearing from you, that is for formal, and for informal, that is for friend, you can simply end with see you soon. But there are other ways as well, like for request, you can say thank you for your attention to this matter. I look forward to your prompt response. You must remember that here I have written I look forward. You shouldn't write I am looking forward or looking forward. For formal language, I look forward is used. Then for informal, thanks for your help. Please write soon. For apology, once again, I'm sorry for any inconvenience caused. Please accept my apologies. For informal language, I hope I didn't cause you too much trouble. Sorry again. Then for complaint, it is obviously formal. I expect to hear from you very soon. Please give this matter your immediate attention. I look forward to a swift resolution to this matter, means a solution. Hoping for your swift action in this matter. I look forward to hearing back from you immediately. Then for information, I hope this information will help you, or please feel free to contact me for more information. Then for informal letter, I hope all this helps. If I can tell you anything else, please call me. So these are the direct ways of saying anything to a friend. Next is for suggestions. I trust these suggestions have been useful. Please let me know if I can help any further. I hope you will address these concerns as soon as possible. Then for informal language, that is, I hope these suggestions help. Simple, short sentences. If there is anything else I can do, just let me know. So, I hope you understand how you can differentiate between formal and informal language, that how to write a formal letter, then how to write an informal letter. And if it's a semi-formal, you can use some combination, but it should be more like a formal, but some sentences can be in informal ways. If you like this video, do press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, do subscribe. Thank you.